Chapter 9, Conclusion, the birth of a new asset class. In Chapter 8, we proved that the framework applies beyond Bitcoin to Ethereum and XRP. Now we close the loop. This series began with one question: what is Bitcoin? The answer is not a stock, a traditional currency, or a speculative bubble. A new asset class has been born: digital commodities. The evidence is cumulative. We followed capital, measured independence, compared Bitcoin with gold, established commodity criteria, built a valuation engine, and explained explosive movement through scarcity, demand, and momentum. First, we demonstrated the Great Rotation, capital moving away from a weakening equity structure and toward an accumulating Bitcoin structure during macro stress. The acceleration gap exposed the difference beneath the surface price. This was the first pillar of the thesis. The message was structural, not merely narrative. One internal engine was weakening, while the other was strengthening. The bull is a visual symbol of momentum, not a guarantee of future price performance. Second, we quantified Bitcoin's decoupling through the sovereignty ratio. The relationship with the Nasdaq inverted, while the relationship with Bitcoin's own fundamentals strengthened. Bitcoin was no longer simply orbiting the equity market. It was developing its own gravity. The sovereignty ratio translated that transformation into a measurable signal. The structural inversion showed Bitcoin moving with its own fundamentals and against the risk market. Third, we asked why capital chose Bitcoin instead of gold. The analysis showed gold entering a late cycle distribution phase, while Bitcoin attracted stronger underlying demand force. Gold remains valuable, but its traditional role as the default safe haven is being challenged. The answer is found in Bitcoin's combination of properties: commodity-like scarcity, monetary utility, network-driven demand, transparent inventory, and programmable economic behavior. Fourth, the commodity framework established that Bitcoin meets the classical criteria of fungibility, scarcity, inventory dynamics, and demand cycles. But it adds something physical commodities do not: a global programmable monetary network. Fifth, the real value protocol moved valuation from a single arbitrary target to a logical range. The value floor measures speculative energy. The value ceiling measures fundamental health. Together, they anchor the asset to both demand and utility. Finally, the Scarcity Momentum Index explained why Bitcoin can move explosively. Scarcity alone is not enough. Demand must provide the spark, and momentum must add acceleration. When all three forces align, a supply shock becomes measurable. Digital commodities merge the scarcity of physical commodities with the utility and speed of digital networks. They are defined by a combination of scarcity, monetary utility, network demand, transparent inventory, and programmable behavior. Bitcoin is the monetary commodity, Ethereum is the computational commodity, XRP is the liquidity commodity. They are the first major examples of this new class, but the category will not end with them. This is the beginning of a new financial era. Bitcoin is the spark, Ethereum is the engine, and XRP is the bridge. Together, they show how digital assets can serve monetary, computational, and settlement functions. The digital commodity thesis is not a prediction. It is a measurement, a classification, and a declaration backed by the evidence assembled across this series. Digital commodities are here, and the world of investment will never be the same. A new asset class has been born. Digital commodities are here. The essential compass is no longer the old market language. It is an understanding of function, scarcity, demand, and structure. To recap, the evidence shows rotation, independence, commodity properties, measurable value, and quantifiable supply shocks. In video 11, we explore the birth of this asset class in the broader history of finance. This conversation is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and investing involves risk. This is an invitation to learn, not a recommendation to invest.